bring up the desktop real quick. Put my shoes on. We're going to talk for a few minutes. Man, it is hot. No complaints. Just hot. Just noticing. Just noticing. It's very important for me nowadays. I wrote about that 2-3 days ago. Maybe I'll bring that up. Get a few things I'd like to read. But just noticing. Often asked, so if you start getting that realization, hey Lee, he says, good morning, good afternoon, all you wonderful people. I hope and pray you all well. Thanks. Hey Francois. Sissy's here, Grannis Writings, Soul Familia. Hey Jeff, Grannis Rising, see you, Sissy. Susanna, nice to see you. So you study the Course of Miracles, you start meditating, you sit in Zazen, which is Zen meditation, or you're practicing Transcendental meditation, or whatever it is, whatever your practice is. And you notice, one of the first things you notice, my mind's a mess. My brain's a mess. All kinds of thoughts. How am I supposed to meditate? I can't stop thinking. You don't need to stop thinking. The brain is a thought-producing machine. But here's the great thing that you notice when you begin meditating. If I'm having thoughts, and yet I'm aware of thoughts, I can't be my thought and the awareness at the same time, right? The thoughts themselves aren't who I am. You're not that narrator in your head. You're not the one that is telling the story. You're the awareness of the story itself. You are the noticer, the observer, the witness. In yoga, it is cultivating that witness sense that changes everything. So we just notice. Let me bring up my old blog here, guys. Real quick. I wrote this, I think it was Sunday morning. Yep, Sunday. Just noticing. Well, it's not really a practice any longer, although I still use the term in writing, a useful description, but certainly all I do is just notice a very small thing right now. Am I being kind, forgiving myself and others in the earliest stages of any judgment? And most importantly, am I truly relaxed and at peace with who I am right now? These aren't questions that I dwell on. It's the lightest of inquiries, just noticing, and the gentle smile that always seems to follow. So you want a complete spiritual practice that leads you all the way to awakening? Just notice. Just notice the ego at play. That when you feel that tug to debate, to argue, to offer a very strongly worded opinion, or even a very subtle sense of, I'm right and I need to let someone know. Just notice. When you seek to judge, when you catch yourself judging, instead of getting upset, instead of thinking, man, what a bad student of Course in Miracles, what a bad Zen practitioner, what a bad yogi, just notice. Just notice, just notice. Here's what you're going to find. The more you notice, the more that gentle smile starts to naturally show up on your lips, unbidden, very gentle. Because now your gentleness itself is your practice. Beginning with you. Can you be gentle with yourself? Meaning when you have all kinds of messed up thoughts, when you find yourself judging yourself, which of course every single judgment is self-judgment. Every judgment is self-judgment. No exceptions. Do you know why? Cat knows why. What would Ramana Maharshi say? So let me read something from Mary Oliver that seems very apt to the noticing theme that came out of nowhere. Hey, Burpees Bandit, all the way from Australia, my friend. I believe in Australia right now, it's February. I believe in Australia, they're so far ahead of us, it's February 2026, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Am I right, Bandit? Glass half full, half empty. We should be glad we have a glass. Yep. Kat says he would say, "You're crazy. There are no other people. There are no other people. There are." You're absolutely delusional. Well, now Ramana is getting pretty personal, isn't he? He's actually poking a finger in my chest, saying there are no other people. Take that, Ramana. Ramana's so forceful. Francois says, "Cat, hey, Cat. Man, Ramana Maharshi can be just as bad as the gates. I think Ramana Maharshi is like the one who shuts the gate right in our face." How are you, Bandit? Someone says I can sing again. Awesome. Your ear is better. I'm glad to hear that. Carl says, "What's up, Sigma Yogi?" Hey, Carl. Carl, nice to see you. I got one more shoe to go, guys. We live in a holographic movie that doesn't exist. I like that. Man, what's there, 1,700 pages, 1,200 pages, something like that in A Course in Miracles? And Sissy just wrote the entire book right there. We live in a holographic movie that doesn't exist. How do you accept a holographic movie? Forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't exist either. It's a tool. And you use the tool until you don't need the tool. And to bring back Ramana Maharshi, he likens it to if you have a thorn stuck in your palm. You take another thorn, you remove it, you throw them both away. You forgive to remove a thorn, but then you throw them away. Bandit says, I'm about to read Siddhartha. Awesome. Very influential book for me. I might have read it when I was 12 or 13. Man, all those books come rushing back. I was going to read Mary Oliver, going on the theme of noticing. Mary Oliver's poem, Loneliness. I too have known loneliness. I too have known what it feels like, sorry, let me begin again. I too have known loneliness. I too have known what it is to feel misunderstood, rejected, and suddenly not at all beautiful. O Mother Earth, your comfort is great, your arms never withhold. It has saved my life to know this. Your rivers flowing, your roses opening in the morning, O motions of tenderness. That does fit into the theme of noticing. When you notice your loneliness, when you notice you feel misunderstood, rejected, and suddenly not at all beautiful, you're in that position of noticing. Everything changes through the lens of awareness. This is when you step out. O Mother Earth, your comfort is great. Your arms never withhold. It has saved my life to know this. Your rivers flowing, your roses opening in the morning. O motions of tenderness. Be kind to yourself. Be tender. Be tender. The answers are always so much easier than we allow them to be. We want complicated answers, complicated mantras, complicated meditation techniques. We want esoteric practices that bring us to the upper vibrational fields of existence itself. Just be kind. Be tender. Be gentle. Forgive yourself. Forgive other people. That'll take you as far as you ever need to go. Honestly. I've done all kinds of weird stuff. Truthfully, I still love doing weird stuff. But I do it for the sake of the enjoyment of doing it. No longer seeking, no longer looking for answers in the practice itself. Here's the answer. Be kind. Be kind. Sissy says, Sync, I received a notification at the same time from my Facebook page. Awesome. I need to spend more time on your Facebook page, Sissy. Someone says, so Francois, someone can talk again. What do you mean, Francois, that we can't like? We can sing in together at the karaoke. We can do karaoke. That's why I'm so tired this morning. I was singing TV theme songs from the 1970s and 80s with Nature's Dog Roams last night. She came up on the live stream. It was awesome. But we sang every theme song we could think of, except for one, Chico and the Man, because it was sung by Jose Feliciano, which is impossible to match. So we can't do music on the karaoke. I got a warning about that. We got to sing without music. Hey, Marlon. Marlon says, hi there. And Carl says, what can I do? Where'd that go? What do you think I can do to reduce my inner anger and hate? Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't bestowing. It's not saying I forgive myself for being angry. I don't forgive myself for being hate. Just notice. Just notice. Kat and I do a little meditation on Thursday nights. It's always a little bit different. But it comes down to this, Carl. That love is a light in which I forgive. Love is a light in which I forgive. Meaning, when you feel that inner anger, when you feel that hate, offer it love. Everything disappears in the presence of love. Course in Miracles says, only love is real. It's the same thing my cat says. Nothing unreal exists. Of course, my cat says it in cat language, which is feed me. So, if only love is real, nothing unreal exists. Are you feeling anger? Are you feeling hate? Is that love? If it's love, it's an illusion. If it's an illusion, do you fight illusion with more illusion? Stuart Bloom vibes. Who's Stuart Bloom? And welcome, Randall. Hey, Lucy. Everything goes back to forgiveness, and I can't forgive. You're absolutely right, Carl. You can't forgive. Your job isn't to forgive. Your job is to turn everything over to, it could be what Course in Miracles says, Holy Spirit or Jesus. But all that is the symbol of your right mind, the symbol of forgiveness appearing in your mind. So for someone else, it might be Krishna. It might be Buddha consciousness. It might be whatever force greater than yourself that is connected to the whole, the Tao. You could say nature. Nature spirit, nature itself. And you're absolutely right. Everything goes back to forgiveness, and you're absolutely right. We can't forgive because when we relate ourselves to just the ego, when we relate ourselves to just the thought, we're too small, we're too limited in the face of the awfulness of that which occurred that we want to forgive because we want peace. We can't do it. However, God doesn't forgive because nothing has occurred in the mind of God, which is existence itself, which is everything, that is a sin. God is only pureness. God is only love. Anything that occurs that is not is an illusion. So we're saying to Jesus, we're saying to the Holy Spirit, we're saying to Buddha, to Krishna, I need a miracle. I wish to see this different because I no longer wish to be held hostage by the memory that is no longer in the present moment of what seemed to occur. That doesn't negate the pain and the anguish, the emotional scar, in some cases even the physical scar. But it returns us to the present moment. Forgiveness is giving up any thought of a happier past. Always love that. God says life is like a video game. Forgive the game. I love that metaphor. It's just a game. It's not forgiving people. It's forgiving your beliefs in the game, thinking the game is real. Thank you, Kat. Man, what an apt metaphor. Perfectly timed. Does that make sense? And Carl, it it seems to take time, but when you start to get it, you get it. It's a practice. Let me read something again that I wrote this morning. My most forgiving thought. My mantra is my most forgiving thought, primordial and always a return to innocence. Meditation is my time of cleansing, a vibrational bath of subtle sounds that brings me to this essence of forgiveness. That only love is present in these silent moments, and the mantra repeatedly leads me to an easy letting go of every thought that doesn't serve love's purpose. My mantra is forgiveness. It's pure, primordial, and always leading me home. So we sometimes need to do certain practices. And it might be a formal forgiveness meditation. It might be breath work that leads to forgiveness. It might be, for me, I practice and teach primordial sound meditation, which is very akin to transcendental meditation. It is a ancient Vedic yogic meditation technique, mantra-based, vibrational-based, and it returns me always to the pure silence, the awesomeness of the present moment, in which there is no past, there's no future, there's just now. That's why, again, the Course says, forgiveness is letting go of any hope of a better yesterday, of a better past. You will never have a happier past, Carl. Ever. So why should we reside there? If you want to be happy, that means you forgive the illusion of the past, because it is an illusion no matter how real it feels. It just doesn't exist. You can't put your finger on the past. You can only have a thought of the past. And in the absence of a thought that this happened to me, I'm saying if it's absent, don't pretend. If it wasn't there, who would you be? What would you be? How would you feel? That's the inquiry. Let's see. Carl says, I don't know, man. I've always believed in things I see with my own eyes, and I don't really believe in the inner energy of the earth or meditation. Can you see air with your own eyes? Can you see oxygen with your own eyes? Can you see love with your own eyes? Can you see the wind with your own eyes, or do you see the effects of the wind with your own eyes? Why would you believe your own eyes? Your eyes see what your perceptions lead you to see. Your perceptions are based upon your projections, your beliefs. You've created the world that you see, and there's a whole lot of unhappiness there. What if you asked for a miracle? Can I see the world differently? And you sat and waited. Sissy says, Eckhart Tolle, The New Earth, one of my favorites. I got that right back behind me. If you can see it right below that painting of a cat, my cat, the downstairs cat, sitting on my yoga mat as if it belongs to her. It does. There's Eckhart Tolle's The New Earth. Anyway, New Earth has taught me that we cannot lose something that we don't have in the first place, be it our minds or even our lives. How can we lose something? I am. How can we lose something? I am. It's impossible. In Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle tells this story. By the way, he was very influenced by A Course in Miracles, and you can find him reading some passages from A Course on YouTube. Hey, Goldie. I got to go in just a minute, guys. He was on the process of ending everything, if you know what I mean. Can't say too much, right? Keywords, trigger words. Um, and he thought, what was the thought that he had? That I can't take any more of this. And it occurred to him, who is this I that can't take it? Who is this I that's suffering? He fell into a very, very, very deep silence that he didn't emerge from for a long time. He wandered in a blissful daze. Who is? Who is the one that's troubled? Obviously, it can't be him. Carl says, to be honest, I would rather take revenge than forgive. I understand that. The thing is, you would get revenge, you still wouldn't be free. You would still be hostage to the person that you set out to take revenge on. You wouldn't be free. So to be honest, I would rather take revenge than forgive. I can understand. To be honest, I would rather be free than to take revenge. I would rather be free. I would rather let the past completely go and be in the innocence and the joy and the bliss of the present moment, even if I have to keep returning to it time after time after time after time. Kat says, Yogi, is Sissy the same person? It could be. Sissy might be manifesting me in her mind. I might be a figment of Sissy's imagination. Kat says, now to see Yogi and Sissy doing a live stream together would be powerful. It would be fun. Hey, Archie. Sissy, anytime she would want. And if she doesn't want to be face to face, we could manage that too. That's what Chris did last night. Hi, Tandra. Hey, guys. You want to know something completely awesome? Tandra sang the Beatles yesterday afternoon. Strawberry Fields, and it was lovely. Hey, Tandra. It's great to see you. Eric the Chicken. He says either today or tomorrow he's stepping up. He got tired of you guys calling him a chicken. Tandra says, Yogi Bush, hee. It is already 80-something degrees, and it's not even 5 yet. Or actually, it's past 5. It's 5:30. Vamps is saying hi to everyone. Hope you still haven't put my other shoe on. I'm sitting here talking to you guys like I got all the time in the world. Tanya says, it was fabulous to be with you. Thank you so much. It was so awesome. Man, I've known Tandra for over a year now. And I have the great fortune of exchanging some emails with her. And of her being a wonderful friend to my channel and to me. Giving me some great advice. And I just absolutely love Tandra and her channel. To get her to come up and sing the Beatles with me. Well, not with me. It was Tandra's solo. It was a tough song to sing, but you did it so beautifully. Let's see. North says, Yogi, now it's time to see you soon. Embrace today. Thank you, Lee. I get the feeling there should be some stuff out because it's going to be so hot. Things want to move in the morning so they can lay low in the afternoon. Guess what? I'm going to move in the morning. I'm going to lay low in the afternoon too. In the peak of the heat, it's going to get 101 today. I do have air conditioning on, but I'm going to either turn it off in the peak of the heat because the system overloads and it's so damaging to the environment. As well, maybe reducing my load a little bit will allow others to, if they need, maybe it'll prove helpful. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a mental thing. It's all a mental thing. Back to Cat and Jack and the wind and the trees. It's all mind. It's not wind, it's not tree, it's all mind. That's what's doing the motion of the mind. And even that is an illusion because mind itself is pure, unconditional stillness, synonymous with love. He says, bless you, Eric, for that thought. Thank you, Lee. I already can't remember what I said. Sissy says, I beat the alarm this morning and already have something posted. More to come while I'm energized. No, I'm not doing a live. Not doing a live. As of today, tomorrow is a new day. Who knows what can happen? Someone says, Yogi the Bear. I do love bears. I believe the time for bears wandering through my neighborhood is over until next year or the year after. Seems to come in 2-year cycles. Needs to save our own power to save the environment. Yes. Yes. Gotcha. Thanks, Lee. So for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm slightly less comfortable for 2 hours, 3 hours. Guess what? There's people all over the world who are very, very, very much uncomfortable. This is why I eat the way I do. This is why I'm a vegan. But we won't get into that. It's why I'm a vegan. It's not why anyone else should ever be anything other than they want to be. You will never hear me, you'll never see me poke someone in the chest and say, why aren't you doing this? Here's what I care about. Are you kind? Are you joyful? Are you happy? That's it. So you'll never, ever, ever catch me on a soapbox. And if you see me on a soapbox, feel free to give me the shove completely off of it. Kat says, Yogi? Yogi? That's all I have to say. Is that all you have to say, Kat? You got one more to say. Kat says, well, sometimes I am in love with the illusions. Me too. Me too. And it's okay. It's okay to be completely in love with the illusions. As long as we know it's an illusion. That's all it takes. I'm never going to deny that it's not a beautiful illusion. Let's see. Always the sexiest of all bears, the polar bear, right? Who's not going to argue that? What's the sexiest of all bears? You know what? Maybe the sun bear, found in southeastern Asia. I guess we all have our preference of the sexiest bear. Yep, the illusions can be quite beautiful. I'm thinking of one in particular. You'll never guess which one. Sissy says, no soapbox for me either, but I may need a footstool to reach the highest shelves in the cabinets. It's a good thing that we keep those footstools handy, isn't it? Carl says, I found the man's house, I have the money for it, and I have the motivation. I've been planning it for almost 9 months, but I'm still unsure whether to do it or not. Carl, I guarantee you, you will not be any happier if you do it. In fact, you'll be worse off. You won't be any happier, and you'll be in a worse position in life. Who was it? Was it Carl Jung? He said, revenge is like preparing a cup of poison for your enemy and then drinking it yourself. There's also the analogy of a poison arrow that's often used. Buddha said, for those seeking revenge, dig 2 graves. Mark Twain said, forgiveness is the fragrance shed by the violet upon the heel that has crushed it. Beautiful. Tundra says, Yogi, Trending is having a look at my channel for me. That's awesome, Tundra, because Trending has been through what's similar. Trending worked really hard. She got monetized, and then it was taken away. She had to start over again. I was so happy when finally, again. So, guys, I'm going to head outside before it gets too hot. The sun is peeking through. I got one more thing to do. Tanya says, yeah, Bushka recommended her to me. You're in good hands. Hey, let me know what she says when you get the opportunity. Also, come on up and sing with me this afternoon. Let's do a duet. You and me. We'll do the Beatles. We'll do the Beatles, the two of us, on Let It Be. I love you guys. Cody says, thank you for the lovely live and chat. Thank you for help keeping it lovely and live. Love you, my McHottie. Love you too. I'm not even happy now. Well, let's work on that. How about we put in place the things that can help you realize your innate happiness that is present right now? All right. Tanya says, we'll do on the first part. We'll think about the second. All right. That's all I asked for. Think about the second. I love you guys.